That would have been so iconic.
Where I was just like, I don't know what I'm talking about.
That would have been
I'm pleading the fifth. This is where I say I'm still like, I still have the Soccer for Dummies book in my room.
Disclaimer. Anyways, guys, this is part 2 of our USMNT series. We are doing 3 parts, I believe. So the first part, if you missed it, you should go check that out. That was our live stream where we reacted to the USMNT roster release. So if you want to see my true feelings, please go check that out here. I don't want to give too much away, so we're just gonna roll with that. We are doing our USMNT roster changes / updates before the World Cup. We are filming this before we play against Germany, so that game is not going to be included in this unless I somehow don't end up posting this before the game. If I post it after the game, I will be sure to include the results from that. But as of right now, I'm not planning on doing that, and I'm planning on this video coming out before the game. So, before we get too far into the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so you do not miss any of the other videos that we will be posting. We also have Monaco this weekend, so you can look forward to our another F1 bonus video after we just posted our Monaco preview yesterday. We will also be doing our live stream next Friday night around this time, so it's currently 8:55. We are going to be doing a watch along for the first USMNT game, and because the game starts at 9, we are starting a bit before 9 so we can get you guys in and watch along with you guys and you can see our reactions and stuff. I will personally go crazy if we get a Christian Pulisic goal within the first 10 minutes of the game, because that'd be nuts. But you can also look forward to a vlog from me. I will be going to the 3rd World Cup group stage for the USMNT, and I do plan on vlogging there, so you can look forward to that. But anyways, we are going to jump into our video now, so I am going to start off with players not included on the roster that I thought could have been called up, or some names that is shocking.
Mm-hmm.
So our first name, obviously, we have Tanner Tessmann. We saw Johnny go down with his ankle injury way before like a week before the roster was getting announced, and we're like, great, well, there goes our best defensive mid, and we thought for sure Tessmann would be the replacement for that, and that he would be the potential starter for the World Cup. However, that's not the case. It looks like he picked up an injury. I'm not quite sure what the status of that injury is, or whether it's way worse than what was originally said. I don't know what happened, or if there's another reason why he wasn't included, because he got playing time this past March in the USMNT camp. So I'm a little bit shocked not to see him on the roster. But one I'm absolutely floored with, in addition to Tessmann, is Aidan Morris, yet another midfielder. He played for Middlesbrough in the championship. I don't know. It's over in England. It's not the Premier League, but it's one of the leagues below that. And they got promoted this upcoming season. He had a really strong club season, and with Johnny being injured, thought would have been Tessmann, as we said, but clearly he also got injured. So the fact that we also, why is Aidan not being considered for this? It's kind of shocking to me. And the fact that Sebastian Berhalter and freaking Christian Roldan got picked over this guy? Like, I'm just confused. Are we not trying to play our best players? Because Roldan isn't it.
Probably not.
We need to put that clip in of him giving that bad turnover away a week before leaving for international duty, because that's unforgivable. And if he makes that mistake, I genuinely don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna lose it. Because I don't want to see that on my player. Like, who decides to play a back pass into a dangerous area where there's an opponent and the opponent wins the ball and then you concede a goal? Like, who does that? And no less, it's coming across goal. Well, you learn that in, like, U12, not to pass it across the goal unless it's, like, you know, a really hefty pass, like we've seen from Bayern Munich, switching from literally one side of the field all the way over to the other side. But we're not seeing that out of this guy. So I hope he doesn't get meaningful minutes. And if Berhalter plays, I'm a little bit more okay with that, but not Roldan, because Roldan can't do jack squat.
No.
Anyways, another player I had was Yunus Musah. He started the 2022 World Cup. He was a core part of that group. I feel like he was a big reason of why we were able to hold England to a goalless game. It was a tie, unfortunately, but a huge result for us either way. And then last summer, he opted out of USMNT camp. He did have the birth of his daughter, and the AC Milan fans were kind of just mentally ripping at him. So I understand him taking the summer away, but then he was never called up after this. And I just want it to be known, when we were discussing a further segment, Julie did think that he was on the roster. So the fact that he's not, like,
it just makes sense for him to be on it. And so, like, in my mind, I was like,
right.
yeah, he's already on it. Guys, it's been a week since we found out. My brain's not there. It's been a long week.
No, he's honestly, I think he's probably the best, if not one of the best dribblers that we have as far as selection goes. And the fact that we don't have him,
It's stupid. It's stupid.
So yeah, I'm really more annoyed at this, especially after, I know I keep going back to Johnny getting injured, but he's really setting the standard. But I would think that we would bring another midfielder, and I'll get to that in a hot second. Another name that everyone keeps throwing around is Diego Luna. Personally, to me, I don't. I mean, I know I said in the live that he's got that dog in him, which he does, to be fair. Like, he's got it. But he's just not up to the same caliber as the rest of our attackers.
No.
In terms of how they are. And he would have lost out to Patrick Adjumon had Adjumon not been injured. So I'm not overly surprised with this. I didn't think that he would get the call up, and I was like, if he gets the call up, we might be doomed. Because while he may go run and grind on that field, it's just it's not the same. It's not the same as some of the European players and how they play and can come in and impact the game. So yeah. Another name that I haven't really been seen tossed around is Josh Sargent. I know you might be being like, oh, well, why would he be in the conversation? He hasn't really been playing well. Like, where even is this guy playing now? Well, 2 World Cup cycles ago, he looked like a really promising player. And then last cycle, he didn't do amazing. And then he made the transition from the Bundesliga to the Premier League. And that's where I'm blaming his career going down.
Yeah.
And it was just not a good move for him. He should have stayed in the Bundesliga, but what do I know? And now he plays in MLS. He actually plays for Toronto FC. And yeah, I don't know. I just haven't heard a lot about this guy, and I'm just kind of shocked because he looked really promising 8 years ago. Even last World Cup cycle, he got some minutes and he played pretty well, but the last couple years, his career has kind of. But yeah. So my roster takeaways. Why are we including more defensive players than midfielders? I mean, we're only including 4 midfielders. And then Poch comes out and says, well, you know, some of these players can play multiple positions, so really they might not even be playing in their natural position. Like, I don't want to see Serginho Dest playing as a midfielder. I don't think he belongs there. I think he belongs at the wingback position, not in the mid. Do I think Weston McKennie will be playing defensive midfielder? Depends on how long Tyler Adams goes for. Does Weston thrive in the defensive role? Not really. He does well with roaming and creating, and that's not the defensive mid. So, yeah. Another thing. I'm super upset about this one. Tell me why we have a goalkeeper that's eligible for USMNT on Barcelona. I get it. He's not getting a lot of playing time, if any. But we have a goalkeeper that's in the Barcelona first team, and we're including him as a training goalie? Our 3 other goalkeepers are all MLS players. Why would we not go for what could arguably be one of the best goalkeepers we have available to us? I just don't get it. I really don't. Like, it's so frustrating for me to see that we have a player on a very good European side. They won the league this season. And now, oh, he's our training goalkeeper. It's kind of like Germany with Neuer coming out of retirement and then bringing Jonas Erbig as their training goalkeeper, when Erbig is clearly better than Alexander Nubel, which we saw in the DFB Pokal final where Stuttgart. And then who's their backup? Some guy that I can't remember his name, who plays for Hoffenheim or something like that. I don't know, Oliver Baumann maybe? What? Like, it doesn't make sense. And,
it doesn't work. No.
Yeah. Well, Julie's one takeaway is that we're cooked. So
Politely, I am saying we're cooked, and maybe they'll surprise. I mean, they really surprised us this last game. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's just like we're going up against Germany next, and I don't know. Like, I feel like we're cooked. Like, there's unless it's like a miracle, we win. But guys, we're cooked. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I mean, 1, they have Neuer, 2, they have Musiala, they have Kimmich. Like, We're cooked. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
With love.
We're just... It doesn't look great is what we're getting at.
No. What's that game, Cooking Mama? If you guys ever heard of that game, Cooking Mama won. We did not win that round. Yeah, she cooked. We did not. So, she cooked us. So, yeah, that's how that's going.
But enough of that. We're gonna move past that. We are now going to talk about the USA versus Senegal game.
So USA, we had Serginho Dest in the 7th minute scored a goal for us, and then Christian Pulisic in the 20th minute got us a goal, and then Florian, yeah. So Florian got us a goal in the 63rd minute. And then Senegal, Sadio scored in the 44th and the 52nd minute.
Both of those were low-key cheap, but we don't need to talk about it. We also don't need to talk about how Balogun had like 3 goals brought back because of dumb things, and had VAR been there, they would have. Whatever. I'm not.
Goals, I swear.
I
Yeah, because there was a 1 goal, and I was like, oh my gosh, what goal? And then it was like, no goal, and I was like, what?
Yeah, it happened like 3 times within the span of 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And finally, he scored. Like, and when we subbed him on, he had like 3 chances right away, and they called him on. It's like, well, what do you want us to do? And then we finally scored this one, and the camera cuts to Poch, and Poch is like, he's like making eye contact with the 4th official, and he's just sitting there like, well, how are you gonna rule this one out?
Yeah. Make that one make sense.
That
was rough.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, giving up those 2 goals wasn't the best, especially right before halftime, and then pretty much right after. But it's okay. Our stats for the games. So, Senegal had 10 shots, 4 shots on target, 55% of possession, and 7 corners, whereas the US had 16 shots, 5 shots on target, 45% of possession, and 4 corners. So, not bad, but it was an okay performance. I mean, I'm shocked that we won 3-2, so yeah. But now we have some players to watch for the upcoming World.
Okay, guys. So Christian Pulisic, of course, he's got to be the first one. Scoreless drought between national team and AC Milan ended last weekend with his goal. Finally, a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, he looked so relieved when he scored that. Let me just tell you,
it was nice. It was like, oh, thank God. And then we have Tim Weah, mid-season transfer from Juventus to Marseille. And then we have Florian Balogun. He scored both goals for Monaco against PSG.
Yeah, that was that game where they took that early lead, and then the referees gave up the bad fouls and brought PSG back into the game, and then PSG ended up winning 3-2, which sucked because Monaco deserved it. And then I think a week later they were playing in a league game, maybe, and he scored again. So I think he's coming in raring to go.
Yeah. And then we have Ricardo Pepe. Im's dad does not like him.
It's true. What can we say?
I was like, when we were making this list, I was like, Ricardo Pepe. And she was like, oh, my dad hates him.
Yeah.
I was like, why?
Fine, though. I honestly,
funniest thing.
Honestly, when I see like stats about him, I will send it to my dad just to get a reaction out of him.
I found it. And then we have he has 16 goals with PSV. Snub from the 2022 roster where we took freaking is it Ferreira?
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of this guy. Ricardo Pepe has 13 goals, and then Ferreira had 8 goals. So like that's their difference. What Laura? What are we doing, guys?
Yeah, the other difference there is that Pepe got a mid-season transfer to the Bundesliga,
Oh yeah.
European, and that's how. And when they decided, oh, we're gonna play Ferreira, because Pepe and Ferreira played for the same team in 2021, so it's just ridiculous. It's like, really, why did we take Jesus Ferreira? Like, I'm sorry, guys, but that was one of the worst decisions that could have possibly made. I'm gonna have to blur out his name when I say it because I hate the guy.
But anyways, we have Gio Reyna. Didn't get too many minutes with Gladbach, but integral player from the last World Cup cycle. Top off. And then we have Malik Tillman, had a good mid-season form with Leverkusen, multiple goals and assists. So
Yeah, I think he went on like a stretch where he scored in like 5 games total in a row, which that included League, DFB Pokal, I think, and Champions League. So, and I think he might have scored a hat trick in the Champions League or a brace, one of the two. So,
okay. And then we have Weston McKennie, Mr. Juventus, do it all. Of
that's all we
course.
say.
That's all we have to say. And then we have Joe Scally. He had Vinny in his pocket.
Yeah. Oh, I loved that game. I loved Joe from New York. Oh, what a guy.
Yes. And then we have Chris Richards coming into the World Cup with an ankle injury, though. So we'll see how that goes.
Serginho.
You corrected me on this earlier, guys. We're not going to talk about it, okay? It's been a long day.
Times.
Linked with upcoming move to Bayern Munich, coming back from injury that kept him out for some of the last 5 to 10 weeks of the season. Um, Interesting. Would you want him at Bayern?
Say that again.
Would you want him at Bayern?
Yes, because we don't have the depth there. I mean, other than this injury, I don't think he's really been injury prone. He did play for Barcelona a couple years ago, so that's not to say that he can't play in any of the top 5 leagues. I think it would be a good move for us, especially, if Alphonso Davies keeps getting injured. We can't rely on him to play 90s every week. Conrad Leimer is getting older. That's not to say that he's the worst player on our team. And then Ito also injury prone. So it's just like, do we want to keep playing Tom Bischoff in that role? Not ideally. Ideally, he'd partner Alex and Kimmich in the midfield. But I don't know. I think that the move would be awesome. It would be outstanding. From an American standpoint. Also, I wouldn't mind it from a Bayern standpoint. Sure, there are probably players that we could get that are better, but I think that this could be good price-wise for us. We probably wouldn't have to pay that high of a transfer fee, if I'm being honest.
Okay. Hey, do you have anything else to talk about for the USMNT video?
I hope we do well against Germany. I mean, we came out in the game that we played against them in Connecticut, where that weather was absolutely terrible. And we came out and we took the early goal. So if we can do that again, I think that helps us. I think it will also depend on who Germany is playing as in on the field, if they're going to take any risks of any of their crucial players or what all will happen. It will also depend on if we agree to the 11 subs or not. But yeah, I don't know. I do kind of think that if we don't score early, we're kind of going to be on the back foot the entire game. So
Let's see.
It'll also depend on what formation we play.
Fingers crossed. We'll see. That's our video. Let us know in the comments anything you think about the USMNT roster, anything you would want to change if you could, or anything that you think is actually a good idea or not. And then let us know your thoughts on the Germany game and how you think that's gonna go. And if you've seen the Germany game already and you're watching this video afterwards, let us know in the comments anything you thought about that game as well. Please like and subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss any of our other videos. Our main video will be coming out sooner than later. And then our recap of the Monaco Grand Prix. Guys, it's already looking like it's going to be a doozy, so you don't want to miss that one. So go check it out. And then go follow, again, our social media pages because we do have that live happening next week on Friday. So if you don't want to miss that time or if we post anything, updates, or if we have to push it back for some reason, go check it out, okay? Hopefully that's not the case, but sometimes it happens. So